New York City Socialist Mayor Bill de Blasio and the NYPD leadership, they're blocking immigration and customs enforcement from doing their job. From July 2018 to June 2019, the New York Police Department rejected all of ICE's almost 3,000 detainer requests. A New York Police Department spokesperson said, quote, "The NYPD does not conduct civil immigration enforcement." Well, that was a rather haughty response, don't you think? Well, Mexico is sending 30,000 Central Americans back south while they wait for their next asylum court date in the United States, many of them being bused 750 miles from the Texas border to an area just north of Guatemala. Recent court records show that by the end of June, more than 1,100 Remain in Mexico asylum cases had been decided by a judge, with no one being granted asylum. Well, joining us tonight, the president of the National Border Patrol Council, Judd. Brandon, great to have you with us. This is a very encouraging sign of Mexico's cooperation and commitment. Your thoughts?
I was first going to start in on Bill de Blasio and say how unintelligent this individual is and how bad he is for America, but you already know that, so let's get to the good stuff.
Well, you know what? It bears underlining because now his police department is carrying out policies that are absolutely antithetical to the interests of the country and, by the way, to the city itself.
Well, and it's policies like that that invite people to come here and violate our immigration laws, that invite people to cross our borders illegally. But again, let's get to some really good news. In a short 3 months, we are on pace to drop apprehensions by nearly 100,000 illegal border crossers. You and I have this conversation regularly. When are we going to secure the border? And I tell you, it's coming. Well, Lou, it's basically here. We're dropping illegal immigration, and this is strictly due to President Trump securing a deal with a country that none of his predecessors were able to get. Obama would have loved to have had this deal. Bush would have loved this deal. Clinton would have loved this deal. They all would have loved this deal. It was President Trump that was able to secure this deal, and because of this deal that we have, this Remain in Mexico program, we're seeing numbers drop exponentially, and we're getting that control back of the border that we've always needed.
Well, I think that is a terrific message. I think it is terrific that that is occurring, and I think it's also terrific that the president was the only one amongst those presidents that you mentioned who had first of all, the inspiration to put threaten tariffs against Mexico unless they began behaving like a mature, responsible partner in the region. And obviously, López Obrador has made that choice.
And he was vilified for taking the necessary steps in order to force Mexico to give that deal that was necessary in order for us to secure the border. Again, he does things in an unconventional way, but he gets the results that the American people have demanded.
Let's be clear. What is so unconventional about his, as president, and the actions he takes is that they're effective, that they work, that he's successful. That's unconventional because there is a trail of tears and failures over decades of U.S. presidents and Congresses and the Senate that is disgusting. I mean, you go back to 1986 and the immigration reform amnesty of Ronald Reagan. What has transpired since then has been absolute blunder, disaster, and failure over the course of all those Congresses and all those presidents until this one.
Yeah, getting results in Washington, D.C. is, in fact, unconventional. We like to say common sense, but in reality, in Washington, D.C., we have to call it uncommon sense. Because unless you think outside the box and do things that nobody else was willing to do, you just don't get those results. And our Border Patrol agents are appreciative of the president pushing hard in order to give us the resources and the things that we need in order to secure the border, and that's exactly what he's doing.
And where do we stand with the wall, with actually shutting down illegal immigration? And will we, in point of fact, have to take on the cartels ourselves in order to get it done?
Right now, we have to take on the cartels in order to get it done. I don't understand why the Democrats do not see that walls in strategic locations actually work. It allows us to dictate where the flow of illegal narcotics come into the United States. If we can control that flow, we can be a lot more successful, and we can save a lot more Americans' lives. The Democrats have to get in line and say border security is an issue of the safety of our citizens of this country, and we have to protect those citizens.
And I've just got to ask you to listen to Lindsey Graham, Brandon, if I may, and our audience. Listen to the illustrious senator who is apparently also a White House spokesperson for the president. He's moonlighting. Here's Lindsey Graham.
They're playing the system, and to my Democratic colleagues, I will work with you on DACA. I will do some of the things that you want to do. I'll invest in Central America to make life better, but you've got to work with us to change our laws. President Trump is right about this.
Brandon, you get the last word on the illustrious senator.
Well, first off, that was a very scary opening to say that this is what I'm going to be commenting on. Look, it's scary when Lindsey Graham is going out there and moonlighting and not following what the White House would have him do. I would hope that he's in better communication, and I hope that he's falling in line with what the American people want, because the American people want a secure border. They want a legal immigration system. They do not want to reward people that knowingly violated our laws.